Immediately it happened, I, on behalf of the party, as deputy spokesperson, wrote a press release to distance ourselves from those garbage and also to say that we have no knowledge of. He was never, in fact, I wasn't even aware whether he was a member of the NPP at the time. He was never part of our structure. He was never here in the Gambia during the election period, process until after elections. Never. I personally, as a person, for the first time came to know, before that I'll come. When that happened, I wrote a press release. And our second deputy national president, Dr. Demba Sabali, he mobilized the campaign manager, Lamin Cham, the administrative secretary, Seedy Njie, and he went with them to the Kairaba police station and reported Mbemba Drammeh to the Kairaba police stations. And Dr. Sabali and team provided all the necessary information to the police at Kairaba, leading to the arrest of Mbemba Drammeh for him to provide proof or to produce any evidence that he might have, and also people he collaborated. We're taking this very seriously. What I was saying, personally, we never knew Mbemba was a member of the NPP, to be honest with you, all I never knew. I came to know Mbemba either in 22 or 2023, when one person called Mbemba Drammeh. They had an issue in their houses, so I personally, and somebody came to me to say, hey, he's a supporter, whether a supporter or a member outside, but they have an issues. You can help resolve that issue. I personally left my office here. I went off the Gambia police force headquarters. I explained to them, I said, I have no idea, but I understand he has issues with his house in his village. Can you resolve that? Without speaking to him, I've never spoken to him. And then the matter was resolved. So at one point, somebody came here, they said, there's one Mbemba Drammeh who wants to see you. He came in. He said he's Mbemba Drammeh in France. He has a program, he's going to somewhere else, and he wants fuel. Unfortunately, I didn't have fuel. I don't have to say this thing, but I'll say this. I gave him 10,000. That's how I knew Mbemba Drammeh. He went. Then later on also, he came back to say he has scaffolds, he has event. He invited me. He wanted me to go and address either Yundum or around that end, Busumbala end. I have no idea. And unfortunately, I was either committed to something else again, or I had to travel. Then he wanted support for me, and I supported him. I have never seen him. That was 2022 and or 2023. I've never known a member. So when he said this serious allegation, we knew the election was credible, was free, fair, and transparent, and all international local observers, of course, endorsed it, and we know the election is reproved. So when that happened, I had to draft a press release to invite him to help us identify those 7, and also to present evidence. And then Dr. Demba Sabali went to the with Lamin Cham and Seedy Njie. They went to the Kairaba police and reported him to the police.
So his arrest is connected to the report that NPP lodged at the police station, because the police didn't tell us that. The police told us that
as a party, as a responsible party, our deputy national president, Dr. Demba Sabali,
which you have a right to, because he accused your party,
led the national executive members, Lamin Cham and Seedy Njie, to Kairaba police station to say our party have been accused and we take this thing very seriously. We want him to come and tell us who among our party, or tell the Gambian people how it is. And in the absence of that, he should face the law.
But the police said he was, so the police, that is for the police to answer to me, not you. But see, in all of these things, when Mbemba Drammeh was arrested, also I remember when the Voice newspaper team were arrested, people said, you are the mastermind. Seedy Njie dal mo fi nekk di all police di len wax ñu arrest nit ñi. Audios came out, people said it. In the case of the Voice newspaper, at some point, people saw you at the corridors of the police station. You told me that was not true. You were there for different. But is it coincident that all the time, so you arrested me, so dara hewe, Seedy Njie la. Ñu ne yangi buga def sa bopa.
Well,
naka len ko oye, ñu ne Pabo Jang of Baro.
Now, people can say whatever they want. But because I'm in an organized institution or society, I cannot be coming out to saying these things. But records are always there for posterity, whether today or tomorrow, whether you are in government or you retire. People will always have access to the records. It's not about what people say falsely on media. People accuse you falsely, and sometimes because of your position, you just keep quiet, and and those even around you know that that is false. but you just kept quiet. I didn't know. The only issue of Mbemba, you see how it came. I told you how we got him reported to the police. In fact, it was on a weekend, Saturday or Sunday. I was I was in my house. Small perombilane kon sa fofu la drafté suma press release. Wallahi, I have not even spoken to President himself on that. Wallahi, that's where I drafted in fact, the whole that day I did not leave my house until the following day I came to work. And in fact, Mbemba's arrest, police got to him. I only saw it in the media. I swear to God. And it was later I saw it on the media. And it was when I spoke to Dr. Mbemba Sabalu, he told me that they are heading to the police with Lamin Cham and Seedy Njie to report the case. And when they were there also, he told me. But his arrest, I read it on the paper. But because in my responsibility as a deputy spokesperson or a spokesperson, giving press releases, responding for and on behalf of the party, sometimes people and then we are bound to accept whatever allegations that are false level against us. But posterity or history can be the judge. I have no business for what? Am I a police
And
chief?
I want to ask, do you have a hand in the arrest of the two women that were arrested connected to him and also his wife? Because these are all allegations. Am na ñaari jigéen yoo xam ne dañ leen arreston ñu ne because ñu seen jëkkër dafa dimbale Mbemba, police yi arrest nañ leen woon. And also jabaram tam ñu ko arrest mu ngi dem back and forth. And all of this ñu ngi naan Seedy Njie mooy mastermind.
Politics is very dynamic, it's very funny. Sometimes you can even have people maybe who may just want to tempt you. Wallahi Azim, I have no idea as to Mbemba who he's connected to, how Mbemba got this thing, who told Mbemba. Wallahi Azim, I have no idea. I only read things when you'll get the information before me. I swear to God. Mbemba's arrest, you got it before me. Maybe what you are telling me, is this sisters or what you're telling me? Wallahi, you got it before me. Because for me, sometimes if I'm in the province or I'm here presiding, I cannot get somebody will tell me, hey, news be leader you are. Sometimes, most of these things people tells me first. Mbemba arrest is someone who asked me, who told me? I said, Mbemba. He said, I think he's arrested. He said, yes. Wallahi. But I knew these people, we as a party, we took it serious. Me, I wrote the press release, and Dr. Mbemba Sabai, Lamin Cham, and Seedy Njie went to the Calabar police to report it. That I know. But the order, when police are investigating, that leading them to arrest, well, I have no idea. But sometimes they say, and you hear people, Fatu, there was time. When my mother was alive, I used to go to one man who sell kola nut. That's where I go and buy him. I buy her kilos of kola nut so that she can have a lot today. So whenever I go there, I used to meet an old man in that. Then most of the time, as Gambian, then ma ñaanal ak yooyu noonu. One day ma dem foofu noonu taxaw fekk suma yaay gaañu na sa just li yàggu di xam nga naaw boobu mu ne gën naa la gis jaaykat mu ne ko xam nga comme que bér bi léegi dama ñëw pour jëndal ko guru. Then in fact about a week or so fekk paa bi I met him so well ma lifin ko. I came there, I swear to the Holy Quran, billahi illazi kooku mu ngi toog paa baa ngi toog and then somebody was there, they are talking about politics. Paa bi di ñu explain man ak kooku Seedy Njie num bonee Seedy Njie lum ko def Seedy Njie boo xam ne wax yoo xam ne paa bi di waat paa bi is older than my father. I swear to the Holy Quran rek jaaykat yi groupe bi nar mu ne ko Seedy Njie kii ma ne ko man maay Seedy Njie mu ne noo du yow billahi illazi la ilaha illa huwa mu ne non you Seedy Njie yow da nga yaru yow de ma ne ko it's me Seedy Njie APRC won Seedy Njie it's me paa bi dafa ñaxatooy xep waji daha ko place am ko bul fi ñëwati ci après I swear to the Holy Quran.
What, and this brings to my other question. Luta, out of how many thousand NPP supporters, out of how many thousand people that are close to President Barrow, Luta, lu ñaaw yépp
Yes,
Seedy Njie.
I am
Luta
I am a deputy I am a deputy speaker. I am a deputy spokesman. Duma de wax some may believe that maybe I am popular or not, or so. Some people, but because, like if it wasn't an interview, extensive interview, I will not get the opportunity to say how things, but as I said, records are always there. Whether now or forever, whether we retire from government or whatever, records are always there. When you got a police to report a person, of course, you are booked and this thing, everybody knows.
They say you don't call them. You kind of record call IGP, you go directly.
You see, if I had ever called IGP or say, arrest this, people say, okay, I'm not going to report from you, because they'll talk to people. They will get to you. Then again, but this one, we take it's very serious allegation. I wrote the press release, and you saw how strong my press release was. And we had, to the level of our deputy national president, our campaign manager, and administrative secretary went to the Kairaba police station to lodge a complaint against Mbemba Drammeh.